What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm super pumped on this Sunday, man. Happy Sunday to everybody. God bless everybody. Look, listen, I'm super pumped today due to the fact that I spent 3 hours in the gym. Something that I don't normally do, but I just had to say that to everybody, man. Look, listen, I'm super happy on this beautiful Sunday, and I'm coming to you with a great topic today. And I want people to drop comments, and pretty much if you want to debate or say anything that you want to say to me, it's you're more than welcome to do it. Just We're gonna have a whole lot of fun today, man, on the John Boogie Wasted Talent Show, man. This is another episode, and I hope you guys check in, stay tuned, because there's a lot more stuff, a lot more interviews that's gonna be coming. And like I said before, man, this is all about leveling up and what's your level of engagement to the next step that you want to take in life, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today's topic, I'm super excited to bring this topic to you guys because me and my wife was talking about this, and I was just explaining to her that I just feel the life that we live today is a gift. We have to cherish it as much as we live, man. As long as we're here, because the next day, people put time or think that they have time to the point where they want to be able to put something off for the next day or for the next week, or for even a year later on down the line, to the point where something that you wanted to do and you wanted to zero in on, you could be living so much in the past that you don't even notice, is because your conscious mind literally told your unconscious mind, which is our bodies. And I learned that from Dr. Joe Dispenza, man. You guys check in with him, man. He's a awesome motivator, but he also talks about everything that goes on in our minds today, and why our unconscious mind, which is our bodies, can literally have us living in the past to the point where we feel like we stuck. People usually get in moods and they talk about their own moods, and they'll wind up putting something off to the point where they're upset for like a whole week or a whole month, to the point where they want people to kind of sort of deal with their situation and kind of use other people for comfort. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you right now, man, that if we use even 50% of our brains for something to switch it around from something negative to something positive, then we will be unstoppable. I was actually not so long ago just reading a book. This book is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, man. And I actually wrote down something on my notes over here, is because I felt that it was very important that people hear this. Never blame anything or anyone for your problems. Simply make it happen or choose another response. Practice what you preach. Life is a mission and not a career, ladies and gentlemen. What mission are we on? What's our level of engagement? For me, it's just like, I feel like most people, or even myself, the question that I want to ask to people is that, have you ever been so impressed with a talent that you had to the point where you feel like you can't get any rest, that you just want to get up and you want to get at it, and you want to get at it because it's just because you something that you found that you wanted to do, and you wanted to be able to innovate higher and vibrate higher to the next level, and become an entrepreneur in your own way, become a businessman, become a businesswoman. You see, this show, John Boogie Wasted Talent, is all about us becoming legends, becoming queens, becoming kings in our own way. Going to college, and getting a career on things that you want to do in life, and be able to, just vibrate higher to the next level, to be able to suspend the 97%. Most of us know what the 97 versus the 3% is. Well, the 90%, 97% is what we're in right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we're all a little biased in our own way. If you have a career, you love it, then that's what you want to do, and you go out and this is what you've been doing, and you've been wanting to achieve, or even wanted to achieve higher in your career, then that's what you keep doing. That's what you go for. But if you want to become part of the 3%, where entrepreneurship is involved, innovation, and you want to make your first $1 million, it's never impossible, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you today, man. And I say that with a smile. I don't smile as much, but I'm super excited, because I know for a fact that I will be a part of that 3%. I will vibrate higher. And today's topic is What are we doing today that's going to affect our tomorrow? And what are we doing today that's going to put yesterday to bed? You see, I know a whole lot of people, businessmen, businesswomen, that are super, super motivated, and I speak to them, on a daily basis, to the point where I say to myself, John, you can live that life. This is something that you can do with no problem. And I always hear people say, or people ask me, or people ask anybody, where do you work, or what do you do? But you will never, not many times you won't hear a person ask another person, what are you building in life? What are you building in life? Where do you want to go? What's part of your culture? What's going to be your, what are you doing for your culture at the end of the day? And some people might get upset with it, but it's just like, at the end of the day, it's real talk. It's just real talk, ladies and gentlemen. It's because I also wrote this down. I feel like thinking in the, some of us don't understand that thinking in the past can only lead us to living in the past. And standing guard at the door of your mind is the most important thing. You see, I heard one of like the most best talks and best motivation was just recently, and it was by a guy by the name of Jim Rohn, man. I done listened to tons and tons. E.T. Thomas, Les Brown, Dr. Joe Dispenza, the list goes on, man. You name it. But Jim Rohn, man, he's somebody to really, really listen to. He said most people want to be able to be so huddled up in the corner to the point where they feel so comfortable, and they could be in the corner for 100 years and be so comfortable with with life, and be so comfortable with their job that they're in, and what was said was, fine, just huddle up in the corner. We'll clothe you, we'll feed you, and you probably live to be 100. And another guy who was actually having a conversation with Mr. Jim Rohn said, but what a way to live. I can live to be 100. And Jim Rohn said, right. What a way to live. Safe and secure. Being 100 years old, huddled in the corner. But what intrigued me next, it was Mr. Jim Rohn saying, don't ask for security, ask for adventure. It's better to live full of adventure than to live 100 years in the corner. And the way he said it, man, and I was on the way home, and I was like, I said, wow, babe, man, you have to listen to what this guy's saying. He's awesome. Like he takes stuff to the next level, to the point where your conscious mind, is just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to chase my dreams. I'm ready to do whatever I want to do. Excuse me, give me a second. A little water break. And like that's what this is about. Like, like I said, I said it plenty of times. This channel right here was built for the like-minded people who want to be able to help people, who want to be able to rise towards the next level, who want to be able to go towards, any goal that they want to achieve in life, man. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be on this show who are going to be telling their story. Like I said, I come from the Spanish Harlem, the East Side, to be correct. And a lot of people were kind of sort of just stuck in their own ways, but a lot of people did make it out to the point where they're doing great things. And I want to be able to give back to my people, especially the youth. I asked one of my boys just recently, I interviewed him, and I asked him, look, listen, when it's all said and done, man, how do you want to be remembered? And that's what this is something that I want everybody to think about. When it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered, ladies and gentlemen? And for me, it's just being able to take steps towards helping out our youth. Is because 9 times out of 10, the social media world is great. Don't get me wrong. People get checks off the social media world. People get checks off of this here YouTube. But are you really here for that? And this is a lot of people can be scrolling on Instagram for 3-4 hours to the point where they living in the past. You scroll on YouTube, you scroll on YouTube, you scroll on Instagram, and then you watch TV. You scroll on YouTube, you check your emails, and then you watch TV to the point where it's 12 o'clock at night, and you just like, oh, it's time for me to go to sleep. But the next day is just like, let me get back at it again, watching somebody else's life, and at the end of the day, time is just going by, and time is just going by to the point where something snaps, like, oh my God, what have I been doing all of this time? But like I said, I don't never want to judge the social media world, but it's just like, for the most part, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. There's levels out there to a lot of things that people can achieve in life, and that's what I mean by the 97% versus the 3%. You see, Les Brown says something awesome, I thought. He said, we are all self-made, but only the rich will admit it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that we were all born equally. We can vibrate to the next level, and we can. Who's to say that we can't get to where we want to get to, as far as being wealthy, as far as being rich, And that's one of the reasons that me and my wife started up our motivational wealth page on Facebook, and to be able to explain to people, look, listen, this is all about motivation. This is all about being able to get wealthy. You want to be able to make your first $1 million. You want to be able to go to college and get a career, that you can do it. There's nothing that's impossible, man. And something that I have wrote down over here, I have a lot of notes today, is I said to myself before I wrote this, you see, what I mean by, what Mr. Jim Rohn said by standing guard at the door of your mind is, most of us live off of vibration. Now, there's negative vibration and there's positive vibration, and there's the conscious mind and there's the unconscious mind. And you have to be able to mix, your life into your conscious mind, is because your unconscious mind is our bodies, and our unconscious mind is what tells us, no, look, listen, you can't do it. You know what I mean? You got too much of a weight on your shoulder. I had a lot of people come up to me and tell me, why am I living the life that I'm living? And I'll try to give them a word, and I'll try to just let them know, look, listen, it'll be okay. What do you want to do in your life? Is that your passion? Something that you want to do in your life? Is it your passion to vibrating higher towards the next step in your life? And they'll tell me, yeah. And I'll check in on them like about a week later, and nah, nothing. I've just been chilling, just been hanging out. And then they'll come to me with the story again. And after a while, it's something that was also important that Mr. Jim Rohn said, is that, most people will come up to you and ask him, why did this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Why does that happen to me? Why am I always so down and out? And after a while, people look to you for comfort, and people look to you to talk about their problems, to the point where you can't really help them anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And get ready, because that's when you lose a lot of friends, is because when you tell somebody the truth on how you feel, and they ask for your opinion, and people are always kind of sort of upset, or they get upset to the point where they feel like they ask a question and they ask for advice, and you give them hardcore advice, and they feel like you're talking too much. They don't want to come to you anymore. So it's just like, after a while, you just got to take the simple approach. People ask you, look, why does this happen to me? Why does that happen to me? And you just be like, I don't know, beats me. And it was funny. And it was kind of sort of super dope what I heard Mr. Jim Rohn said. And he said, the best thing I got is things like that always happen to people like you, due to the fact that you're going out there, and you pretty much trying to look for a solution to your problems. And when I ask you something like, what's your passion, is, well, what do you want to do in life? And you tell me something like, I want to be a cop, or I want to be able to innovate higher, to be able to be an entrepreneur, and you're not running towards that, and you're not sprinting towards that, then that's kind of sort of on you. When you come back and you tell somebody your problems, and they just look at you and they tell you, well, what's going on, what's happening, and that's what it's all about. Like that's what I meant by never blaming anything or anyone, just simply making it happen, or finding another response, ladies and gentlemen. And, I'm going to leave you guys with this. What I mean by, what are we doing today that's going to affect tomorrow? And what are we doing today that's going to put yesterday to bed? Is just that we are all kings and queens in our own way. You know what I mean? But sometimes we can be blinded to a lot of things, and a lot of situations that can come up, that we're putting our mind on 100%. when we should be putting our mind on 100% towards positivity. You know what I mean? The negative is always gonna, for some strange reason, I hear it a lot. The negative can overpower the positive in so many ways, is because there's so much negativity that goes on out there. So this is for the youth, man. Please, I tell you guys, find your passion, find your goals, vibrate higher, get around some people who are like-minded people, and who are winning in the business. It's never an issue, or it's never a problem to be able to get around people who are winning. You're not being a follower, you're being a leader in your own way, because that person is already a leader. You know what I mean? Just pay attention to that. And I'm just gonna leave you with this, man. God bless everyone. I'm happy you guys are subscribing to my channel. This is my 3rd show. The person before this was the person who was thinking too much, was the person who was just like, don't say this, don't say that. No, look, listen, I'm on here to tell you guys that people make mistakes, people fumble sometimes, but at the end of the day, when you put something towards passion, and you go towards your goals, and you want to have that level of engagement to the point where you feel like, look, listen, I'm unstoppable, then it doesn't really matter, because the person who's talking is the person who's talking their truth, man. Happy Sunday. God bless. And subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit a comment. I'm always down to chat with anybody, man. God bless, man. This is John Boogie's Motivational, and this is John Boogie's Wasted Talent, man. Holla at me. Peace.